Hi, 4th graders. Welcome to Unit 10, Lesson 1. Today we'll be learning about the 3D figures, spheres, and cubes. Now, when figures are 3D, that means that they are three-dimensional, so they are not flat figures. These are figures that we see in our everyday lives. Some real-life examples of spheres is a basketball and gumballs. Some real-life examples of a cube, which is made up of square faces, are a die and a Rubik's Cube. Can you think of any other real-life examples? Like I mentioned on the previous page, a cube is a solid figure that's made of congruent. Now remember, congruent, same size, same shape, congruent. So these faces are all the same size and the same shape, and they happen to all be squares. When we're looking at a face of a 3D figure, that is one of the shapes that forms the outside shell of the 3D figure. So this front face is one square face. You'll see that there's a face on the bottom, a face on the right side, left side, back, and top. So altogether, a cube has 6 square faces. On the previous page, I already told you 2 different real-world objects that are shaped like a cube. So one is a die, or a pair of dice, and another would be the Rubik's Cube, which is kind of like a puzzle that you can figure out where you have to match all the colors on the same faces. Now, a lot of times when you have a cube, it means that all of these faces are squares, which means that they are all the same size and same shape. So if they tell me that each edge of a cube measures 3 centimeters, what is the total area of all of the faces? Now, an edge is like the lines on the outsides. So each of these black lines and even dotted lines on the inside that we can see here is an edge. And those edges each measure 3 centimeters. Now remember, when we find area of a square, we take length times width to equal area. So if I wanted to find the area of one of these faces, I would take 3 times 3. Because if the length is 3, a square has the width of 3 as well, because they're all the same size. So one face would have an area of 9 centimeters squared. Now the question here asks me, what is the total area of all of the faces, not just one face? So if one face is 9 centimeters squared, and all 6 faces on a cube are exactly the same size and shape, I could take 9, the measure of one face, times 6, the total number of faces on our cube, to find out the area of all faces, which would be 54 centimeters squared. Now, when you find the area of all of its faces, you are finding what's called the surface area. Now, surface area is essentially like you wanted to find how much paint you would need to paint the outside of a box, or how much printing you would have to print to cover the outside of a die or a Rubik's Cube, for example. So surface area is finding the area of all of the faces on a 3D figure. The last thing I have on this page is a net. Now, this term net refers to the flat or plane figure that can be folded to form a solid. So it's like we unfolded the cube, and this is one of its possible nets. So if we wanted to build a cube, all I would have to do is fold up these edges and glue it together to form a solid cube. Another note I want to point out is that you'll notice the cube's net has 6 square faces. You would have to have all 6, and they would have to be perfect squares to form a cube. This page will be more of a reference page for you 4th graders, because here I have several examples of different nets for cubes. So remember, the net is what you would do if you had unfolded the 3D figure and then laid it out on a flat piece of paper. So if you're feeling artsy-fartsy and you feel like creating some cubes, you could draw out these nets on a piece of paper, cut it out, and then fold it together, and you'll see that it forms the 3D figure cube. you'll notice that all of these nets have 6 perfect square faces, and that if you did fold up these edges and fold them together and glue or tape them up, you would form a cube. This page includes different stacks of cubes. Now these are almost like little puzzles because there are some cubes that you can see and some cubes that are hidden where we can't see them, but we need to find out the total of cubes that are in this stack. So I'm going to solve the first one with you. So if you notice this stack of cubes, there are quite a few cubes that we can see with our eyes right away. So on top I see a group of 3. And on the bottom front here I also see 3 cubes. And I can see the top face of that back cube and then another one here. So together that's 2. So the cubes that I can see in this stack already is 3, 6, 7, 8. But then you'll notice that they do mention there are cubes you cannot see. And that, in this figure, would include the cubes that are underneath these top 3. So in order for these top 3 cubes to be pushed up the way they are, there would have to be 2 cubes underneath these 2. So there are a total of 2 cubes that I cannot see. The other ones I can see with my eyes looking at it from this angle. So that means the total number of cubes in this stack, there are 10. So boys and girls, for your ticket today, you're going to solve numbers 15 and 16. Keep in mind you want to start with the cubes that you can see from this angle right away with your eyes. So count up the ones you can see, then figure out where are the cubes that I can't see. Add those totals together and you'll find the total number of cubes in the stack. Remember, cube is a 3D figure with 6 square faces.